Being a high-ticket closer for 5 years, I spent $52K on sales coaching programs, and let me tell you, most of it is absolutely bullshit. Unfortunately, right? After 5 years in this industry, I've discovered only 3 things actually matter. And it's not like guaranteed placement for a job or smart sounding lines or whatever these gurus are selling you. In this video, I'm gonna show you these 3 secrets. And if you think this is just another sales trading video, wait until you hear what actually works, So when I first started high ticket sales, I was making less than 1.2K a month selling for an online legal law firm. And I was just completely sucking at it, But here's what's interesting, and this is something nobody talks about. There are only 3 things you need to focus on, and everything outside of this is completely irrelevant for you to make it work, to make the moolah with closing, So let me show you exactly what these are. The first secret isn't even about sales techniques, it's about standards. So let me ask you something. How long have you been wanting to make more money, make the money you want for you and your loved ones? I mean, if it's been that while, then where should you be right now in your life? For example, if you're making below 5K a month right now, let's say, how would the 10K a month version of you feel about that? I'm not telling you to be suicidal. I'm not telling you to be unhappy. I'm not telling you to be ungrateful. What I'm telling you to be is unsatisfied, because here's the truth. The life you're living right now is a standard you've accepted. And the standard you've accepted is the life you're living right now. And you can tell me, no, fuck you, June. That's not true. But we all, at the end of the day, we only speak with results and numbers. The 10K a month, the 20K a month, the 30K a month version of you is robbed off you. And no one else took that away from you but you yourself in the end. So ask yourself, why the heck am I settling for this? Why the heck am I settling down with these results in life? That person of you who's making 10, 20, 30K a month, the highest version of you, they'd be working with more urgency. They'd be more proactive. Why? Because what is taken from you, you want to get it back even harder. You need to regain back what was already yours. That's the standard you need to operate from, and anything less can't be tolerated. And the second secret is your vehicle. Now, let me tell you something that changed everything for me. Warren Buffett said it. It's not about how hard you row the boat, it's what boat you're in that matters. So let me break this down in sales terms. You could be the fucking best closer in the world. You could be the hardcore closer, one call closer, whatever it is, right? You could even have a 10K month skill set. But if you're selling for the wrong business, guess what? You're capped. Think about it like this. Even a great NBA player on a bad team will make the playoffs. Look at LeBron James. Same skills, but his earnings and wins look different on the Heat versus the Cavs. It's not just about how well you can shoot, it's about having the right team, the right system, the right support around you. It's same in sales, right? Your skills matter, but the business that you sell for, that's what takes you to the next level, to the championship level, I've seen this over and over again. Great closers making 2K a month, with the other guy who's way less skilled is making 50K a month. Why? Because he's selling for a better company. Even myself, I freaking learned this the hard way. I was working for a company that coaches 9 to 5 people on how to create a Facebook ad agency 4 years ago. And I later found out they don't care about their customers at all. And you know what happened? I got calls from clients saying they never got what they paid for. My conviction, my confidence towards the business I was selling for, dropped immediately. And the following week, I made only $1,000 when I was normally making 2 to 3K a week. That's what I realized. It doesn't matter how good you are if you're in the wrong boat. So here's 2 simple things, what you need to do to make sure you can sell for a business where you can actually make the money you want. First, it's important to create an ecosystem where you can choose which business you can sell for. The easiest thing you can do right now is apply to at least 5 companies every single day using social media like Facebook groups or Instagram. Volume negates luck, and the more applications you submit, the more likely you will get a job you want. No need to freaking overcomplicate this, right? It's that simple, dummy. Second, your network is your net worth in this game. Connect with successful closers. Build real relationships with business owners. How? Document your journey as a closer on social media based on your work ethic and results you're creating. Your reputation in this industry is everything. So even if you're actually good at what you do, but no one knows that, then your option to get a good opportunity will be very, very limited. However, when you've got options, you can be picky. You can be the hot girl in the bar, You know what the funny part is? You might not have the best skills, but the moment you understand the game and play the game the right way with your vehicle, you can even make more money than the guys who have been closing for years. And the number 3 big secret is skill set. So here's what everyone gets wrong with skills. You don't need 500 different closing techniques, complex objection handling, or fancy lines, or be a natural giga chat or an extreme extrovert. what you actually need is to master the fundamentals first. And I'm gonna give you exactly what to focus on that got one of my students, William, from $800 to $9,800 a month in 60 days. So freaking listen up. Focus on the first 5 minutes of the script instead of obsessing your fancy lines. You need to nail your discovery questions to understand your prospect's problem in the first 5 minutes. Without uncovering real problems with the prospect, there's no sale. And once you crack this part, everything else in the call becomes significantly easier. Then you work on the next 5 minutes and the next 5 minutes sequentially, That way you're not overwhelmed with thinking what you need to do in the call. So master your framework. So get a solid 2-page script, and if you don't have one, I'll put my script training that made me like $184K in a year up on the screen at the end of this video, So I don't know, works pretty damn well, Then handwrite why each question exists and what answers you're looking to get out of it daily. This is freaking crucial. From that on, read out loud your scripts as how you would say in a natural conversation at least 5 times every day. The reason most closers suck at what they do is because they just truly don't understand why they're asking you the question in the first place in the script, right? So when you understand the why, you can adapt and flow naturally in conversations. Lastly, I highly suggest you to do this. Get a mentor that can point out in detail, and especially you'll have blind spots. This will expedite your learning curve, and it will have you avoid mistakes that will cost you money and time. And yeah, I get it. You might be thinking, this is just another dude trying to sell his program. Yes, I have a mentorship program where I coach on these in detail, but hear me out. I'm giving you the core fundamentals right here, right now for free. Why? Because I'm tired of seeing people getting scammed by these fancy gurus selling dreams, When I started, I was stuck in 1.2K a month until I got mentorship from Marco Cortizzi. But here's the truth. Mentorship is optional. What's not optional are the fundamentals I just shared. And if you do decide to get a mentor later, whether it's me or someone else, make sure they've actually been closing consistently, making the money you want, and they have proof of results with their students. And make sure they've struggled before succeeding, because you want to make sure that you avoid the naturals. Think about it. In what world does it make sense to try figuring out everything by yourself when you could learn from someone who's already done it? But that doesn't mean you need to spend thousands of programs right now. Start with these fundamentals. Get a basic script, understand the purpose behind each question, right? And practice consistently. Focus on the first 5 minutes of your calls. That's it. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science, but most people won't even do this minimum. They're too busy looking for shortcuts or magical scripts. Because here's what nobody tells you. Here's what nobody tells you about high-ticket sales. The cost of learning from trial and error isn't just money. It's freaking time. And time is only one thing you cannot get back. So here's what you need to ask yourself. Are you operating from your high standards in the right vehicle, mastering the basics, or are you making excuses, staying in a shitty vehicle, chasing complex, sexy techniques? Look, I've spent $52K learning what doesn't work. I'm giving you what actually does. So if you want to know how to actually make high-ticket closing work, check my video on the complete guide to be a 6-figure closer over here, right? Hit subscribe if this helped, or I'll be forced to start a TikTok dance career. You guys want to see that, right? See you in the next one.